Shalom Aleichem. This is Rav Hershel Reichman with a few words of Hesped for my dear friend. HaRav Yosef Adler, who passed away recently. And I wanted to just really pick up one aspect of Yossi and what his life was about, and that would be what I would call his role as perpetuating the Masores HaRav. I would call him, if I had to give him a little of a title, Baal Masores HaRav, the master of passing onwards the tradition of the Rav Yosef Dover Levi Soloveitchik Zitzal. And in a certain way, we could say that perhaps this was the main mission that the Rav Zitzal, Rav Soloveitchik, had in his own life, was to pass on the Masorah, the Torah, the dedication to learning, the actual body of information, and mainly the approach to learning, the derech halimud, which the Rav received from his father, Moshe Soloveitchik, grandfather of Chaim Brisker, and earlier generations, Beis Halevi, all the way back to the Vilna Gaon, and which is called a lot of times derech brisk, the brisker derech of learning. And the Rav, of course, was the Gadol Hadar of his time in teaching and perpetuating the Derech HaLimud and the Masores of Chaim Brisker, Chaim Soloveitchik Zitzal. Now, but Masorah means receiving and developing on one's own, and then passing it on to the next generation. A Masorah which doesn't go from generation to generation is not a Masorah. And the Rav, I would think that, having learned by him for about 20 years, and having written the Rishimos Shurim, many volumes of his Shurim with his permission, I think that the Rav was clearly on that mission, not just to learn the ideas and the approaches of Reb Chaim and his father Reb Moshe, and to develop his own ideas and approaches, his own Chidushei Torah, but to pass it on to the next generation. So to pass it on to the next generation, we need people who can receive it. And I would say that Yossi Adler Zitzal was one of the greatest students of the Rav, and in a certain way was unique in his ability to capture the Masorah. The Masorah of Torah means that that Torah is above time. Many ideas are time-bound, but not Torah. Torah is above time. And the Rav, of course, was able, when he gave Shir, to take us to that level, to be above time and place, and to just be in this world of Torah which is timeless. And the Rav, in one of his famous drashot, said when he sits down to give Shir, he might be an old man, but as he starts talking, besides the boy sitting in front of him, all of a sudden, Abaye comes in, and Rava, and Rashi, Rabbeinu Tam, Rambam, Ramban, Chaim Brisker, and all of the great Baalei Masorah of all the previous generations are alive, and in a certain way participating in his shir. And I think that Yossi, as being the student of the Rav, was able to capture that incredible, special experience of being part of this tremendous Masorah of Torah. And I think very much of Yossi's own notes of the shurim that he was in. They were copious. He wrote down as much as he could write. He wrote it very well and very clearly. They were very, very usable and very widespread and used by other Talmidim. But even more than his own notes, and this was, I think, his chidush, his insight and new idea, which wasn't there, and that was to collect notes of the Rav Shir from many, many Talmidim over many, many years. Not just the years that he was there, but he made it his business and his focus to collect notes of Talmidim, of the Rav, who had been there earlier years. Like he had notes of Rabbi Schechter and other great Talmidim, Rabbi Brandspiegel, Rabbi Blau, many, many, many Talmidim's notes he would collect. He was the first person to do that. And that really meant that he understood how important it was to preserve the Rav's Torah, to bring it to the next generation. And if he or I were not able to sit in some shir, which the Rav had given 10 years earlier, but we could get notes of Talmidim who were top good Talmidim of that shir, who wrote good notes, and it would be important for us to learn it, because that would be the Masorah of that Masechta which the Rav had taught 10 years ago. So he understood that to preserve the Masorah was extremely important, and therefore we had to get not just the shir that he himself or I attended, but to get as much of the other shurim, which we were not there personally, but to get that information. And in those years, there was no tape recorders even to talk of, and certainly nothing like today's technology. So this was the way to collect handwritten notes and to use those. And I must tell you the truth that I used a lot of those collections of notes that Yossi had collected when I wrote the Rishimos, and I still do use them when I'm writing even more Sfarim in the Rishimos. We already have 8, and hopefully we'll go on, Be'ez Hashem. And those collections of notes that Yossi provided for us is the basis of a lot of the Torah which is learned today from the Rav. And this clearly, without any question, makes him a foremost Baal HaMasoros HaRav. I want to say another couple of things about Yossi and how his life reflected his commitment to the Rav. You know, the Rav very much believed in building Torah life in America. When he came, America was basically a Torah wasteland around the year 1940. And the Rav worked very hard together with Rabbi Belkin and Yeshiva Ben Yisrael Chanan to produce 1,000 plus Rabbanim, 1,000 plus shuls, dozens of day schools, dozens of yeshivos, and literally transformed America from being what we would call a wasteland, a desert of Torah and Yiddishkeit, into a tremendous Eitz HaChaim and Gan Eden, in a sense, a tremendous garden of so much Torah and so much from religious Jewish communities. And Yossi was part of that. He was, I don't remember if he was the founding rabbi, but certainly very early and long-term rabbi of his shul in Teaneck, which he built a beautiful Jewish community, Jewish from Orthodox Jewish community, which was one mission that the Rav had. And then he also founded the excellent Jewish Torah high school called TABC in Teaneck, which has had already thousands of students and graduates, and it literally established high-level Torah learning in the schools of America. So that combination of the Masores, the learning of the Torah itself, which he so much did and so much promoted, building the community for the people, whoever they are, to make a good, solid, firm Jewish community, which he did in Teaneck, to create Jewish education for our children, our teenagers, as he did in TABC. All of this is 100% following the Masora of the Rav. And for this, he is to be credited. And I personally cannot give a higher compliment. And I will sorely miss him. Yehi zichro baruch.